Hi, it's Maggie the Aries Gypsy here to bring you your March 2019 1st through the 15th general reading. So we're looking at the first half of March here. Thanks to everyone for joining us here today. Welcome to any newcomers. Welcome to returning people, subscribers. Thank you for those of you who follow this channel regularly and those of you who take the time to send in your comments and feedback and support, and to all of my clients out there, regular and new. Thank you as well for keeping me always so very busy with personal one-on-one readings. And as most of you who follow me know, if you're interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, live or recorded, you can get more info and contact details by clicking on the description link below, or the description link attached to any of the videos I post. And you can also go to my YouTube channel's homepage and click on the little About button there for that same info and contact details. And you can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I can usually respond to your initial request with more information in the same day or within the first 24 hours of your initial reaching out. And scheduling is pretty good too. I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is the sum total of what I do, so I work pretty diligently with people's schedules and my own to get you a reading as quickly as we can. So if you're interested, send me an email and we'll go from there. I do a wide variety of readings of all different types and lengths and costs in all the main areas of life. All right, let's move right into this. This reading is for the fire sign of Aries, our Rams, for the first half of March 2019. We're looking at basically the 1st through the 15th because I also put out mid-months to look at the second half. So we're looking at the first half of March here for our Rams, Aries. Let's see what the first part of March looks like for Aries. All right, Aries, we begin with the Empress, followed by the Ten of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles, followed by the Queen of Swords. From the bottom of the deck, representing overall energy and guidance, we have two cards that came out. The first being the Two of Wands, and it flipped out with the Wheel of Fortune right behind it. So this represents the overall energy for the first half of March. Time always being a bit fluid, of course, and that's one of the reasons why we, because this is a general reading, we often advise that you watch your rising and moon sign videos as well if you know them, because it can provide bigger pieces of the picture and additional clarification. So if you do know your rising and moon sign, watch those videos as well. So the overall energy for the first half of March, Aries, is the Two of Wands, clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So the Two of Wands represents, typically twos represents duality, choices, crossroads, and this man is obviously at a crossroad and he's trying to make a decision as to whether to go left or to go right. And the wise choice on which path to take, the advice is to make this decision based on what your long-term goal or what your long-term vision or dream is in whatever area of your life this resonates in. For some of you, this might be the relationship area of your life. For others of you, it might be in job, work, career, or a spiritual path. Could even be health for some of you. So trying to make a decision on what decision to make to start you off in a new direction, or perhaps on a new venture, or in a different way on an already established path. For instance, if this were a relationship, it's about where do I take this relationship? Do I make the decision to continue with this relationship or not continue with this relationship? The same for job, spirituality, health decisions, legal decisions. So what is your ultimate vision? What is your ultimate goal in this area of life? I feel like for a lot of you, half of you, this is probably going to be relationship, and the other half it's going to be in the money or career or financial sector of your life. So what's your ultimate vision? Where do you want to end up a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? And the path that seems to lead or to take you either to or continuing closer to that goal is the path that you should take, which means that the decision should not be based in majority or solely on perhaps what's going on in the environment right now, but ask yourself, is the job that you're currently in or the career path that you're currently on going to take you to what your long-term vision and goal is? Is the relationship that you're currently in going to take you to the relationship you ultimately want to have? If not, do you need to change it, tweak it, or if this isn't a situation that you know is going to take you where you want to go, then you need to make a decision to go on a different path. So the Two of Wands is about being at a crossroads and trying to make a decision on where you want, which path you want to take, how you want to proceed in this situation based on what you want. And if you don't know what your long-term vision and goal is, then of course you can't make an open and honest decision, because how can you pack for a journey with no destination in mind? So you may want to think about, what is your long-term vision and goal in this job, on this career path, or in this relationship? And I feel like excuse me, God, Spirit, your angels and guides are actually helping you with this. And I believe that you're at this crossroads because they have timed and orchestrated events or allowed events to happen that has put you at this crossroads, because the Two of Wands is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. Now this is major arcana energy. We have no control over this. We spin the wheel and we have no control over where it lands. That's God, that's Spirit, your angels and guides. In the upright position, it represents or implicates, the implication is that it's a stroke of good luck, of good fortune, of good timing. So the fact that you're at this crossroads, number one, you're exactly where you're meant to be and where you have been led to be or allowed to be led here. And even though being at a crossroads can sometimes be difficult, we may go through internal conflict. The Wheel of Fortune clarifying this means that, again, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You need to make this decision and choice, and this is a good and right place for you to be. Just make sure to, number one, figure out what it is your long-term vision and goal is, and two, make the decision based on the path that gets you there. Now we have the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles. And again, we're, kind of trying to make a decision. Is this the right time to do something? Because the Empress represents fertility. Now, fertility can sometimes represent actual pregnancy or conception, conceiving, but it represents the time is right. We haven't actually, the time is right to plant a seed for something. We haven't actually planted the seed yet, but the Empress usually shows up when the time is right, when you've been thinking about starting something new. So traditionally, the Empress is usually the green light for beginning new projects of any kind, new relationships, new projects, new directions, new ideas for things. It's the time is right to plant the seeds. We're at the very, very first stages of things here. For those of you who have been wondering, should I start something new? Should I take it is definitely the right time to go in a new direction or take something that you're already at further, which again implies a new direction, new steps, a new path. Whether it's something completely different or a different way, a movement forward in something you're already currently involved in. This represents that the time is right to actually be doing this. And again, this is pretty much where you're at, thinking about what direction to take. Some of you, this may be in job, work, and career as well, or something that's about the stability of your life, your home, and your family, because the Empress is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. I will add too that when the Empress is also about self-nurturing and self-care. So some of you may be, particularly if you're rather stressed and conflicted during this time of trying to decide what path to take, or if you should continue further down the path that you have been on. The Empress, some of you may need to perhaps be taking better care of yourself physically, getting more sleep, making sure you get the right nutrition, maybe getting out and getting a massage, or go swimming, or walk on the beach or in the grass, or, I mean, it's winter time here, but whatever, taking care of yourself, in a way that makes you feel physically good, which of course affects our mood. We're holistic creatures. You can't separate those things. So make sure to take care of yourself during this process as well, and maybe do some good things for yourself, some nice indulgent things for yourself. So the Empress is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. So tens represent coming full circle, culmination, completion of cycles. Pentacles is earth energy, and in the tarot, this is the energy of often of practical things, earthly things in your life, money, finance, property, real estate, assets, job, career, etc. Or it can represent the efforts that we put in, or the work that we put in to other areas of our life. Now, the Ten of Pentacles, it's a lovely, abundant card. It used to be considered the inheritance card. So what does inheritance mean? It means a present sense of abundance or gift that that creates a sense of stability and security, but it comes from what went into building it up to be what it is today, which is fundamentally what inheritance really means. I mean, inheritance is something that we get that makes us feel quite stable and secure. It could be money, finances. Some of you, it might be a property issue or an inheritance or a settlement of an estate of some kind or division of property. But the reason that it's there is because of all the work and effort that went into building it to what it is today. So this card represents the long, slow accumulation of work, of time, of effort, of patience, of history that went into creating it. So in work, this would represent long-term stability or a good, stable career path or career itself. In relationships, this would represent healthy, long-term, stable relationships or marriages. But it clarifies the Empress. So again, the time is right to start taking a look at or to begin something new that in a very concrete and practical way is going to build towards this sense of stability in your life, whether it is in job, money, property, career, the earth energy part of your life, or for some of you, whether it's in the relationship area of your life. Do you want a long-term stable marriage, home, family environment within this relationship and it's not there right now? If so, perhaps now is the time to actually begin to walk the path towards that in a very real way, whether you're single or whether you're with another person. And the same applies to job, work, and career as well. Now, next we have the Five of Pentacles clarified by the Queen of Swords. So the Five of Pentacles can represent insufficiency and lack. It's Pentacles, so it's that earth energy again. So this could be actual finances or jobs. This represents not being, not having enough. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. It might represent being out of work, not having enough physical resources or money. In an emotional sense, it can represent feeling not good enough, feeling abandoned, rejected, shut out, left out in the cold, not being enough, not having enough, not being good enough, insufficiency and lack. So for some of you, this could definitely be about maybe now is the time to start something new in your job environment. It could be perhaps seeing if you don't really want to leave your current job or work environment, it could be going to your higher ups and asking, I want to move forward in my job. I want to move up. I want to make more money. I want to move into, or learn how to, or acquire the skills to move into a different arena here, or move further along on my career. How do I do that? Now is the time. It might be that now is the time. Not that it might be. Now is the time to begin to explore that. If that's not possible, it might be, you may be thinking about perhaps looking for a new job or getting on a new career path. Some of you may be starting a new project. Could even be a creative or artistic project as well for some of you. You may be thinking of, how do I create more stability in my life? Something that's going to last, something that's going to give me a sense of safety and security and continuity, finances and resources. The same as in relationships. Some of you, I get the distinct impression this might be a relationship because it looks like what you have right now for some of you is not enough, which is why the time is right to begin to start in a very concrete way putting work into building and growing that which is going to give you stability. In a relationship, it could be taking the next step in that relationship. Because I feel like this Five of Pentacles, clarified by the Queen of Swords, is that you're thinking about this. It's not that this has actually happened. It might be for some of you. You might be feeling like what you have in this area of your life isn't enough. Some of you, I feel like it's mental. You may be wondering if you're in a relationship and you're considering taking it in another direction. If you don't, because it feels like the time is right to either fish or cut bait, as the saying goes. If you don't, that you're going to lose what you currently have now. Because change is afoot and it is time. It is time to begin to explore walking towards stability, whether that's financial stability, material stability, relationship stability. And I believe you are thinking about this in a very clear sort of way, or you're being advised to, because the Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Queen of Swords. So This is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It's air energy, which is what governs the Suit of Swords in the tarot. And air energy in the tarot is energy of the mind. It's mental, cerebral, intellectual energy. It's all about how we see things, what our belief systems and ideology is, and how we communicate those as words and ideas to the world and to other people in the world. Truth, education, insight, illumination, everything that goes on up in here. Kings and queens represent individuals who are at the top of their game, meaning that they have reached a point of self-mastery and balance in the character traits that are inherent to this suit. So the Queen of Swords is somebody who's very analytical. She does not allow emotions to cloud her judgment or make the decisions for her. She has a long road of life already behind her and a lot of challenging and sometimes painful experiences behind her. So she's able to kind of cut through a lot of the BS to put the emotions on the outside and take a look at what the reality of something is and make decisions based on that. Very clear, analytical thinker. For some of you, particularly those of you for whom this may resonate as a relationship reading, you may be in relationship with a Libra or somebody who's manifesting like a Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female. Others of you, this is maybe advice on to think in a very practical way, because the Queen of Swords is sitting next to the Ten of Pentacles. What choice, because you're trying to make a decision on which path to take, how do I proceed further in the best way? What do I need to do to put me on a path that's going to give me this or lead me towards this stability? So pretty interesting. And I feel like it's fairly split between the earth energy area of your life for some of you, money, finance, career, property, etc., and for relationships for others. But you can apply this to any area of your life that it resonates in. So, as I often do with thinking what decision to make kind of readings, let's pull an additional final advice card from Spirit on perhaps what is the primary significant energy of making this decision. We already know that it's about more stability and security, whatever area of your life this is resonating in. Let's see what the advice is. The Ten of Cups. So we have two tens here, and both of these tens, I might add, excuse me, I'm still at the tail end of that bronchial thing. Both of these tens have a strong energy connection to home and family. Family home, family money, family business, family property. And this is Cups, which is emotional energy, relationship energy as well. This is coming full circle with home and family. It's called the Happy Home card, or nicknamed the Happily Ever After card. Excuse me, not perfect, of course, because no such thing exists, but it represents being at a place in your life, particularly in your emotional atmosphere and landscape, with your in connection to home and family, that everything's finally come together in its place, which is why it's called the Happy Home card. Home, family, it's one of the marriage cards, the blessing cards. So some of you may be considering taking a path towards marriage, towards kind of cementing this union. Some of you in job, work, and career, maybe, again, it's pretty much the same thing. You're at a place in your life, whether you're young or whether you're middle-aged or whether you're older, where you're thinking about still what is going to create more stability in my life. Spirit's advice is ask yourself, what is going to create more practical stability in my life? What is going to create more emotional security in my life, particularly in regards to my home and family life, whatever that means to you, Aries. So these are the important things, the primary and essential things Spirit wants you to look at in regards to making this decision, and choose the path that leads, not just emotionally, but realistically, towards this energy. So Aries, that pretty much wraps up your March 2019 general reading, the 1st through the 15th. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks to take a look at the second half of March. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, live or recorded, please feel free to email me directly at Maggie, @McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be most happy to work with you. I do a wide variety of readings in all main areas of life. Love and romance, of course, compatibility readings, career work and finance, investment readings, gift readings, and I also do 6 and 12-month overviews, which take a look at what's coming in your life over the next 6 or 12 months, depending on how far ahead you want to look. So a few options there. And you can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy. That link is also provided. And that app is good for fast answers to the quick questions, the easier questions. So there are a variety of options there as well. So you can get all that contact info by clicking on the description link below or the description bar attached to any of the videos I post, or you can go to my channel's homepage and click on the little about button there. So Aries, I'll see you all in a couple of weeks for the March 2019 mid-month readings. We'll take a look at the second half of March then. And until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care. Bye-bye.